And the UK is being hit by the third heat wave of the summer. Temperatures potentially up to 34 Celsius this weekend.
Because we look at the third heat wave of the summer and its impact.
As another heat health warning takes effect, we'll be looking at how different jobs come with different challenges as the weather heats up. And I'll explain why I'm rather overdressed for such conditions.
And we're on the ground with London Fire Brigade as they train for the increased risk of wildfires in the capital.
London Fire Brigade has made tackling wildfires a priority when it comes to training. It follows the devastating series of wildfires which hit parts of the capital 3 years ago. Dozens of firefighters joined other emergency workers in Richmond Park for a recent drill.
It is really important for us. It's a big part of a firefighter's day-to-day job, and planning and exercising like this is a real good opportunity for them to see how the equipment works and just to see how arduous it is. Resourcing something like this is quite difficult because of the hot weather.
Now, if you want to know what the temperature is likely to be where you are, you can, of course, check out the BBC Weather app. That will give you all the information that you need. Now, what we have today is a foggy start for some of us. There's a lot of sea fog in the Irish Sea. Some of that's been lapping on shore. We've also got some fog inland, but a lot of that away from the Irish Sea will tend to dissipate quite quickly. Good morning, Nugget and Charlie. Good morning to you too. If you're just stepping outside, for many of us, we're starting off with blue skies, as you can see from our Weather Watchers picture in Aberdeenshire. Now, temperatures here are around about the 16-degree mark. It's a warm start to the day for many. There are alerts out, you're quite right, from the UKHSA for the heat naga. Today, we have got a lot of sunshine around. It's going to be warmer than it was yesterday, and it's going to get warmer in the next couple of days, more widely too. This morning there's some blue skies in Nottinghamshire. Many of us waking up to this scenario, but not all of us, because there's also some fog across parts of Cumbria. In fact, northwest England has some poor visibility at the moment, and there's sea fog in the Irish Sea. We've also got high or very high levels of pollen. We're talking grass and weed at this time of year.
Weather is full of warnings for people today, although that picture is telling me a rather different story.
Well, you're talking about the heat health alerts, aren't you, Charlie? Because the temperature is rising over the next few days. For some, it will reach 34 degrees, especially across some central and southern parts of the country. Today, it's going to be warmer than it was yesterday, but you can see there is some fog around across the northwest of England, and the pollen levels are high or very high across most of the UK. And we're talking grass and weed pollen. Good morning to you too. Some blue skies around this morning, a bit of cirrus on the Isle of Man, but it's already warming up quite nicely. And it's the same too in Kenmore, in Perth and Kinross. Some blue skies here, the temperature continuing to climb. And as we go through the next few days, that's going to be the story. A heat wave widely across the UK, with temperatures tomorrow and on Saturday especially getting up to 34 degrees in some parts of central southern England and also East Wales. But for many, we're looking at the high 20s into the low 30s.
Good afternoon. The temperature continues to get hotter over the next couple of days. This was sunrise in Uxbridge, the sun rising, of course, into clear blue sky. Just a little bit of high cloud, as you can see here at Lords earlier on. If you are watching sport this afternoon, sunscreen, sun hats essential, UV levels high. You can see across the south of the UK earlier, barely any cloud.
Hello, Lewis. Yeah, the heat wave is developing now. Temperatures at Wimbledon are 29 degrees, and here in Oxfordshire, in the sunshine, it's around 28 Celsius. Further north, temperatures not quite so high. We've had some misty low cloud through the Irish Sea. It is burning off, mind you. There's still some cloud in Scotland and Northern Ireland.
Hello there, good evening. Temperatures once again today have nudged their way into the low 30s. Now get that bit higher, I think, in the next couple of days. Lots of sunshine in store. Yes, those temperatures are on the rise. Then we see a thundery breakdown early next week. Now into Saturday, more sunshine to come, and again those temperatures into the low 30s, probably a bit more cloud in the mix for Sunday, those values nudging down a smidge, but still a hot day. Then that potential for a thundery breakdown. Well, with the hot, dry and fine weather into the coming days, no big surprises here with the pollen levels high and very high levels. Over the next few days, this is grass pollen and weed pollen as well. Take care.
We've been seeing beautiful day at Wimbledon and yes, a beautiful day for the third test at Lord's. It looks likely that this story will continue for the whole of the 4, maybe 5 days of play. Now, in London, we saw highs of 31 degrees today, but all 4 nations have exceeded heat wave threshold criteria. So widespread heat starting to push its way steadily northwards through the night tonight.
And we're getting more warnings about a heat wave, aren't we?
Absolutely, yeah. I think many parts will be officially in a heat wave as we get through to tomorrow afternoon. But it has been pretty hot out there today. Temperatures were just shy of 32 degrees Celsius. These were the scenes at Newmarket Ladies' Day and also Maidenhead. You can see here beautiful skies overhead, the sunshine really glistening on the water here. And we're going to see plenty more of this as we head through the next several days. This heat wave is going to last for quite a while. Let's take a look at some of the temperatures that we're expecting as we head through the next few days. As I mentioned before, temperatures were up to 31 degrees earlier this afternoon, but they will be hotter as we head through to Friday and Saturday, 33, and it drops off very slowly as we get into the start of next week. Well, as you can imagine, there is a heat health alert in place at the moment, right the way through to next Tuesday, and that does cover all of England. So if you know anybody in that vulnerable category, make sure you do check them. And of course, slap on that sun cream. Let's take a look actually at those UV levels, which, as you can imagine, at this time of year, they're going to be high, if not very high. So lots of 8s on the chart here. So if you're out and about, even for very short periods of time, make sure you do slap on that sun cream. Factor 50 to be safe. Let's take a look at those pollen levels as well. Lots of people still suffering. Grass pollen certainly in effect, and you can see across much of the British Isles is going to be high, if not very high. So, yeah, certainly some challenging conditions to deal with over the next few days. As I say, UV levels high, but of course we can all get out and about and enjoy it, but stay hydrated. And as I say, that sun cream really, really is important.
Indeed, we have to stay safe. It's important. Alex, thanks very much.